Hi, I'm Jill from children's reading charity Beanstalk, and I've been sharing with you a collection of our top tips for growing a love of reading in your household. Today's tips, however, come from a wonderful range of parents, grandparents and other readers from across the Beanstalk community.
I used to love reading with my children. It was a real treat for me, and I think maybe that's the key. If your children see how much you enjoy reading with them, they're more likely to treasure it like you do.
We make reading fun by asking the girls to choose a story that they might want to read.
If they have a particular subject or topic that they're really passionate about, for instance, my eldest was obsessed with vacuum cleaners from about 2 years old. His aunt actually bought him lots of books about vacuum cleaners.
So my boys are, one is 6 and one is 9, and sometimes they just can't agree on reading the same book together with me. So sometimes to avoid those arguments, we look to non-fiction books like atlas books or factual books, so like the Guinness World Records.
Something like this, Oi Frog, is brilliant because you can do lots of different accents. So you go, Oi Frog, get off the log. Oi Frog, get off the log. Things that are a bit naughty maybe for a 5-year-old. Pooh Bomb.
When I read with my grandkids, they always seem to pick the same book that they know off by heart. So what I try and do is either change the words or make something up that they always want to correct me. And so they think they know better than Grandad. But normally they probably do, because one's 4 and one's 6.5.
When I was younger, I really enjoyed it when my mum would take me to the local library, and just seeing the display of books and the bright illustrations made me want to pick them all up and read them. And I found that so exciting and intriguing.
The ability to go and meet authors or illustrators and, go to book festivals and get books signed.
Something we try to do every night is to dedicate 30 minutes to family reading time. Serves a number of purposes. Apart from getting the family together, it also encourages the children to read. We can read either a book or a magazine or even a comic, just provided we enjoy what we are reading. Each night one member of the family will also select a piece of music to play in the background, so we also get a little bit of exposure to each other's tastes in music.
I always remember when my children were young, going to the library and then spending all afternoon reading the books. They always particularly enjoyed it more because they knew they'd chosen the books themselves.
My kids like to play this game on the way to school or in the car, where we have to name a book with certain items in them, such as, can you name a book with an elephant in it, or can you name a book with a dinosaur in it, or can you name a book with a boat in it? And it usually turns into this big challenge where usually the kids win.
We'd laugh at the funny bits, and if there were scary bits, we'd get goosebumps. I remember crying as Charlotte said goodbye to Wilbur, and holding my breath when Aslan lay on the stone table. I think it's really important to let children see that you have an emotional response to a story. It helps them to understand.
I also enjoyed it when the reader would add expression or emotion alongside the words, even if it was like a silly face or a funny accent. It just made you want to carry on listening and reading.
I also remember my grandchildren reading to them at bedtime, and that was always a very special time for me. And I could never resist when they said, "One more, Grandma, please, just one more."
You give a story all you got, your children might get it too, and still remember 30-something years later.
Ready, steady, read!